All right, folks, gather round because we've got some real talk about the New England Patriots offseason moves. And let me tell you, there's more to unpack here than just a shiny new contract. If you tuned in earlier, you already heard. The basics: cornerback Carlton Davis signed a 3-year deal worth $54 million, joining forces with Christian Gonzalez to form what should be a lockdown tandem in the Patriots. Secondary: sounds like a dream scenario, right? Add in the fact that New England overhauled their defense this offseason, particularly their front seven, and everything seemed to be clicking into place. But hold your horses, because things haven't been smooth sailing, at least not yet. From day one, Davis has stumbled. The man with the freshly inked deal was practically a ghost at the team's organized team activities, yes. The voluntary OTA letters, and that absence has raised more than a few eyebrows in Foxborough and beyond. Sure, these sessions aren't mandatory, and players aren't legally bound to attend. But context matters here. You're joining a new team. You've signed a hefty contract. You're expected to be present, eager, showing your teammates and coaches that you're all in. Especially when your head coach is Mike Vrabel, a coach who's known for valuing commitment, accountability, and showing up early. Karen Gurigian over at Mass Live didn't hold back, pointing out that up until minicamp, Davis was largely invisible, and made clear that skipping voluntary workouts doesn't exactly scream professional dedication, especially not in the eyes of your new team, your coaching staff, or the paying fans who trust that investment. She argued that it really isn't a good look when you're joining a new locker room and carrying a big paycheck, not exactly the confidence boost the Patriots were hoping for. Backing it up a bit, let's look at where Davis came from. In 2024, he suited up for the Detroit Lions, appeared in 13 games, totaled 56 tackles, snagged a couple of interceptions, and broke up 11 passes. Decent numbers for sure, solid, but not spectacular. He originally entered the league out of Auburn, drafted by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the second round of the 2018 NFL Draft. He spent 6 seasons down in Tampa, carved out a reputation as a dependable defensive back, though he never quite cracked the Pro Bowl. Still, he earned the respect that comes from consistent performance. And you already know there's a but here. There's a glaring red flag: durability. Davis has struggled to stay healthy year after year, a full season. Yeah, that's never really happened at best. He's played in 14 games back in 2019 and 2020. Every other year since, his game appearances have hovered at 13 or fewer. That pattern doesn't just pop up in passing commentary, it shows a chronic inability to consistently stay on the field. And in today's NFL, where continuity and availability are as valuable as elite talent, that can't be ignored. So here we are in June 2025, with Davis getting ready to make his Patriots debut, and the big question on everyone's mind: can he stay on the field? Will he show up for the voluntary workouts, make the right impression, gel with Gonzalez, and rise to the expectations that come with that hefty contract? The Patriots revamped plenty this offseason, but this cornerback spot is under a bright spotlight. Coaches want dependability, fans want impact plays, analysts want proof. For Davis, everything hinges on staying healthy, stepping up in practice, and proving that he was worth every penny. Now, there's no question he has the talent. He's shown flashes of lockdown coverage, ball skills, and the kind of physicality you want out of a top-tier cornerback. But this is a new era, a new team, a new set of eyes watching his every move. So now, as minicamp approaches and training camp looms, all eyes are on Carlton Davis. Will he respond? Will he show up? Or will this offseason be remembered as the start of a questionable chapter in his Patriots tenure? One thing's for sure, it's far from over. There's still plenty of football ahead. And once the pads come on, once the games start counting, we'll see exactly what kind of player Carlton Davis is. Does he step up and lock down receivers across from Gonzalez? Does he stay healthy enough to give the Patriots the consistency they so desperately need? Or has that early rust off from OTA letters set the tone for what's to come? Time will tell. Up next, we're diving deeper into the Patriots' defensive scheme changes and how Davis specifically fits into their pitch and catch coverage concepts. All right, let's pick up from where we left off and take a deeper dive into how the Patriots have re-engineered their defense this offseason and where Carlton Davis slots into that grand plan. When you step back and look at Coach Mike Vrabel's vision, it's clear he wanted a defense built on versatility, toughness, and discipline. That meant shaking up both the front seven and the secondary. We already know about Davis's big money deal and the expectations that came with it. But that's just one puzzle piece in a much bigger picture. Think about it. Vrabel's scheme is designed to confuse offenses, mixing man, zone, press, off coverage, exotic blitzes, disguised fronts. Your base alignment might shift 3 times before a snap, and mixed coverage disguises keep quarterbacks guessing. That's why your cornerbacks need to be smart, quick, physical, and above all, present. If Carlton Davis is invisible in off-season drills, that's a red flag, not just for his work ethic, but for how he fits into complex game plans. He's not just signing a check, he's signing up for film study, meeting reps, building trust with the new defensive coordinator and all 11 starters on game day. So here's how it all lines up. Vrabel wants Davis and Christian Gonzalez to look like a lockdown duo, but there's more to it than raw talent. They've got to operate as a unit. They need to mirror each other on the field: awareness, alignment, communication on switches, rotations, coverage calls. They must be in tune with the safeties over the top for help in deep coverage. And they have to understand how the linebackers and edge rushers are going to rotate depending on down and distance. That requires extra effort in practice hours of drills, walkthroughs, film breakdown. So missing voluntary workouts doesn't just send a signal, it could set back the continuity the Patriots are chasing. Then there's the matter of pairing Davis with Gonzalez. Christian, the young up-and-comer, is talented, hungry, and relatively fresh in the league. He's someone Patriots fans have high hopes for. With Davis, they thought learning from a multi-year veteran would make Gonzalez even better, but instead of that mentorship narrative, you've got a veteran who's been missing in action, raising doubts. Is he a leader? Is he even emotionally engaged? Or is this just a contract signing that went through and now he's doing the bare minimum? Patriots fans aren't forgiving when someone takes the check and disappears. Now, let me break down how these coverage schemes work in Vrabel's hybrid system. There are times they're in man coverage, sometimes even press man on the outside, especially on early downs, to disrupt timing. Other times, they'll shade off, play zone, or play pattern matching coverage based on motion and route depth. In pattern matching, cornerbacks take the first breaking route, while safeties rotate based on pre-snap reads. If Davis isn't present for that film work or isn't locked in mentally during walkthroughs, that's going to show up when the pads go on. Timing will be off. A simple nickel zone stunt could confuse him. Miscommunication brings penalties, blown assignments, big plays. But here's the flip side. When Davis is locked in, he can be impressive. He has physicality at the line. He's good in press. He plays the deep ball with confidence. He's not afraid to mix it up near the line of scrimmage. We saw glimpses of that in Detroit even though he missed some games. The stats showed he was active when he played. 11 passes defended in 13 games is solid. That tells you, when he's healthy and dialed in, he's playing hard. He's not mailing it in. The real question now is, can he string together games in New England while staying sharp mentally? Because the Patriots didn't trade or draft heavily for their corner. They signed Davis to be a starter, to give them stability. Stability, that's the word. For a QB like Drake May or whichever signal caller they run out there in 2025, stability in coverage sets the tone. It allows the pass rush to pick its spots. It allows safeties to fluff the run lanes without cheating too far inside. Defense isn't just about solo stats, it's about trust and execution as a cohesive unit. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy, share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The NFL rumor mill is spinning faster than ever, and the latest whispers out of Foxborough have fans and analysts buzzing. According to multiple unconfirmed sources, veteran wide receiver Keenan Allen may have signed, or is on the verge of signing, a sudden, surprise deal with the New England Patriots. While nothing is official, the chatter is growing louder by the hour, and insiders suggest that this could mark a turning point for the franchise's struggling offense. Allen, long a staple of consistency and elite route running with the Chargers, was recently seen in what some are calling a private but purposeful visit to the Patriots facility. While both camps remain tight-lipped, speculation surged following a cryptic post on Allen's social media. A simple emoji of a lightning bolt followed by the American flag and a goat. Too many. That signaled a nod to his former team, a new chapter in the U.S. Northeast, and perhaps a reference to the Patriots' historic greatness. If true, this move would represent a bold pivot for the Patriots, known for their disciplined, often conservative approach under Bill Belichick. They've recently been desperate for offensive weapons. Allen's arrival could inject immediate credibility and veteran leadership into a receiver corps that has lacked a true WR1 presence since the departure of Julian Edelman, though at 33, Allen isn't the youngest player on the field. His football IQ and precision could be exactly what a young quarterback, possibly Drake May, needs to flourish. Some insiders believe that the Patriots are crafting an entirely new identity on offense, and Allen might just be the centerpiece of that transformation. As always in the NFL, where smoke often precedes fire, this rumor has caught fire quickly. Whether it materializes into a finalized contract remains to be seen. But one thing is clear, the idea of Keenan Allen in a Patriots uniform is no longer fantasy. It's a real possibility that could shake the AFC East to its core. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.